Okay, guys. So I was up late last night because now I discovered that I couldn't get Amazon Kindle to work up in Canada before, but it's because every country, like I said, has its own version of Kindle, and the Canadian version's like buried in the site. But if you Google it, with search engine optimization, only the American version pops up all the time. So I realized that. So I found the Canadian version and it works great. I download tons of books for free, costs $0. And that's how I came up with that quote about the ads you see aren't a ladder. They just know what to sell to you. So that is to say, um, the ads you see are not the only options in your life, and sometimes they're not the most practical options in your life. But they're extremely very relevant. But they're not the only options in your life. So I was also reading about Yemeni civil war. And what's that all about? Well, there's a group called the Houthi, Houthi, and they they um, they sort of populate a region of Yemen, and they want autonomy. So what that means is that they'll it's sort of like they'll defend the country, the border, the country, but when it comes to like governing the resources inside their specific region, inside their specific state, they want autonomy. They want to supersede sort of like the federal parliament. So that's the Yemeni civil war. What does that have to do with Al Qaeda? Well, Al Qaeda um, is so like a mercenary force. Al Qaeda being stateless is like a mercenary force that that any side can sort of like hire them out. But of course, you wouldn't hire a terrorist army if the United States is helping you. So that's what Al Qaeda has to do with Yemen. They're almost like a mercenary army that's stateless. Whereas the Houthi, they want autonomy for their their region of Yemen. That's to say they can supersede. I know I said this already. Supersede the federal parliament in terms of how they spend the states their region's money and stuff like that. The worry is that if they do that, they'll have their own friends. You know what I mean? They'll develop separate friendships with Iran or some other interests that the federal government has voted down. You know, so you can't just trade with partners that federal government of Yemen um, disagree with. So that's civil war in Yemen. I might do a hustle for info on that. It's very interesting. And then that got me into looking at Afghanistan. It's very interesting country, Afghanistan. They have different names. Their names are different from the the you the the other names. Abdullah, Mansour, but then their names are different. They're like I gotta do some reading. It's very interesting. So that's my day for today. Happy Tuesday, and looking at GE thing. My yeah, because I was a refugee. That's how I ended up in a working class situation. So yeah, it's nerve wracking. But if you do own your house, boy, it's a bit of a real estate gamble there. You do own your house and you keep it, then use it as a second mortgage for a second mortgage on the new place. And then if things don't turn out, usually I think they do, but if things don't turn out, you got two places to sell. And with gentrification, people moving in and stuff like that, property values go up. So long as you pay property taxes and they don't lay off the police force. Think about that. Because you know what? There's not much you can do but fight for your money. What else? I guess on Thanksgiving I might talk about the new book I'm reading. It's very interesting. I'll see you out of this video over on PhucHoang-AnhTu. It will be exactly the same.